Here in the I button and description box below, you will get complete playlist of Fourier transform. Welcome to video number 19, and in this video we are going to see one very important property of Fourier transform, and in this video we are going to prove that property also. Okay, so before I start this video, I would request you to subscribe to my channel, and if you learn something from my videos, then please hit the like button and do share the playlist of Fourier transform with your friends. In this way you are going to support me. So the various properties of Fourier transform are linear property, change of scale property, shifting property, and modulation theorem. Okay. In video number 16, if you go to the I button, in video number 16 you will find, yes, linear property of Fourier transform. In that video I have proved this property also. Okay. In video number 17 you are going to see this shifting property. Okay, very important property. So in that video, in video number 17, I have proved this shifting property of Fourier transform. If you go to number 18 video, okay, if you go to the video number 18, in that video, I have proved this change of scale property of Fourier transform. And in this video, that is in video number 19, we are going to prove this modulation theorem. Okay, yes, we are going to see this modulation theorem. So let us see. What is modulation theorem of Fourier transform? If Fourier transform of f of x, that is f of s, is the complex Fourier transform of f of x. It means this is the Fourier transform of function f of x. Then f of, that means Fourier transform of f of x into cos ax. Okay, Fourier transform of f of x into cos ax equals to this part, that is half f of s plus a plus f of s minus a. Okay, I am repeating this once again. According to the modulation theorem of Fourier transform, if f of s is the complex Fourier transform of f of x, then Fourier transform of f of x into cos ax equals to half f of s plus a plus f of s minus a. Okay, yes, capital F means Fourier transform, small f means function. Okay, yes, so we are going to prove this. Let's say, yes, here we have Fourier transform of f of x into cos ax. Okay, this can be written as integration minus infinity to plus infinity. This is complete this part, that is f of x into cos ax dx. Okay, cos ax into e to the power I sx dx. Okay, you must be aware of what is the uh, Fourier transform. Okay, you must be aware of what is the Fourier transform of any function, that is f of x. Okay, that is f of x into e to the power I sx dx. But here we have cos ax with this f of x, so f of x into cos ax e to the power I sx dx. Now we can write cos ax as this part. Okay, that is cos ax can be written as e to the power I sx plus e to the power minus I sx upon 2. Okay, yes, so this is integration minus infinity to plus infinity. Here we have f of x. We can write this cos ax as e to the power I sx plus e to the power minus I ax upon 2 into e to the power I sx into dx. Okay, now simply separate this. Okay, now you can see this half is common for this integration, so we can take this half here. Okay, integration minus infinity to plus infinity, f of x into this into this. Okay, f of x here, this into this is going to give me e to the power I into s plus a. Okay, s plus a into x, because here ix is common. Okay, so ix is common, a plus, because since we are multiplying both, है ना, and the base is common. Okay, so power will get add. Okay, power will add up. Here we have iax, here we have isx, so this will become e to the power I s plus a into x. Now write dx. Similarly for the second part, that is integration minus infinity to plus infinity f of x into e to the power minus iax into e to the power isx dx. Now this can be written as this into this will give me e to the power I into s minus a into x. Okay, simply write dx. Now what is this part? Okay, if you observe, this part is f of s plus a and this part is f of s minus a. So this is going to be half Fourier transform of s plus a plus Fourier transform of s minus a. Okay, hence proved. Now since we have proved this part, that is Fourier transform of f of x into cos ax equals to half f of s plus a plus Fourier transform of s minus a. Now we have corollaries. Okay, that is if Fourier sine transform of s and Fourier cosine transform of s are Fourier sine and cosine transform of function f of x respectively, then this s, okay, this s and this c are in the subscript. Okay, so fs of f of x into cos ax that is Fourier sine transform of f of x into cos ax will become half Fourier sine transform of s plus a plus Fourier sine transform of s minus a. Similarly, we can prove, okay, that is Fourier cosine transform of f of x into sine ax equals to half Fourier sine transform of f of s, okay, Fourier sine transform of s plus a minus Fourier sine transform of s minus a. Now again we have another formula, okay, that is Fourier sine transform of f of x into sine ax equals to half Fourier cosine transform of s minus a minus Fourier cosine transform of s plus a. Okay, yes, like we have solved this part, you can solve these three also. Okay, thank you so much.